What's happening, Hoodlum Gang? Welcome back to my channel. This your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big old end. Before we get started, man, go ahead and hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe. If you like what you see, if you want to become a part of the Hoodlum Gang, leave me a comment below. With that being said, man, I'm not even about to beat around the bush. We about to get straight into it, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, man, I'm KP2, Southeast San Diego, man. You already know.
Yo, CSC, there you go.
Hey, and they should know. If they pay attention to the channel, they should know who you are, big homie. And they should know who you are, or nah, I wouldn't say they should know who you are, but they will know after this, because it's a lot of false narratives out there, and we're gonna get straight to it. Where was you born and raised?
Man, over there on Market Street, over there on Toyn Street, Market.
In the 40s, Mountain Hope. Yeah, that part. When was you born?
94.
94.
94.
All right, and I've been around you for, man, a minute. I've been knowing you forever, homie, and you came a long way. It's unfortunate that we had to have this conversation under these circumstances, because we was already supposed to have a different type of conversation. So within the past week or two, however long it's been, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding your name. As everybody may or may not know, we had a song and a video shoot. Shout out to Bully 3, shout out to Boosie. And something unfortunate happened to where he ended up getting incarcerated, leaving the video shoot. Now, we ain't got to get into the specifics of what happened or what he's locked up for. Let's just go ahead and get into how your name came up. How exactly your name got put into this.
Police. Police doing police stuff.
Right. So everybody wanted to say that, or not everybody, these blog sites and these channels wanted to insinuate that it was foul play on your behalf. We'll get to the actual paperwork in a second, but somebody on this app called Treehouse instantly started calling you a confidential informant and insinuating that you was working to get Boosie locked up. Now, can you clear it up that you were never on live?
I never. I'm been blocked for live for almost 6 months.
Right, me too.
I can't go live.
Right.
My live don't even work.
Right, you was never on live.
I can't go live.
All right, so everybody was, at the video shoot, had their phone out doing what they doing. Now, you had taken a picture, right?
No, I never took a picture.
You didn't take a picture?
Nah, man, I took a video.
A video, that's what I meant.
And they stopped it, cropped it, made it to a picture.
All right. Now, how long was that video up before you took it down?
I say about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So you took a video just like everybody else, and you put it up. You took it down. Somebody saw it on your story.
Yeah, the first person seen my shit. Nigga named Academics and shit. I didn't know who he was. I went and asked the little homie, who's this nigga? Little homie like, I don't know who that nigga is. I'm like, bro got 5 million followers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, bro got 5 million followers. Who is this nigga? Everybody telling me they don't know. They don't know.
They said they don't know who Academics is?
Everybody telling me they don't know who Academics is. I'm like, bro, who is bruh? Bro got 5 million on that joint.
Let's see who he was asking. The real niggas ain't really tapped into Academics like that.
I'm asking young niggas that don't know Academics.
Right.
That ain't all over the internet.
Yeah,
worried about
little baby kids.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm asking young niggas, bro. Being 100, I'm asking young niggas, bro, who is this nigga? He got 5 million on his, he following him. They like, I don't know.
Now, was Academics the first person to post it?
Yes, he was.
So he posted the screenshot that I'm assuming San Diego police screenshotted off your story.
That's what they say.
That's what they said, and that's what they said.
That's what
They
they're
was
saying.
they was surveillancing. Yeah, that's the word. They was surveillancing you.
Yeah.
All right, and not because of you working. Same thing I said in my video. The police do that to all of us out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They watching everybody's story. They watching everybody live. They own it. That's their job. That's everywhere, not even just San Diego.
Yeah.
That's how they, because niggas do be telling on themselves. So this ain't nothing different. And let me rewind for a second. It was advertised that there was a video shoot with Boosie. That song had been out already. It was advertised, hey, tap in this Saturday. We having a video shoot to the song that was already out. So that was no secret. Now, of course, other people is gonna see that and they gonna be watching. Now, do you care to explain who live that was?
They know who live that was. I ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows
They-
whose live it was.
they know.
Why they trying to say it was your live? They put your picture next to the actual live and made it seem like that was your live.
You know what they do? That's police tactics. Those are police
Right.
tactics. That's what they do. They play mind games with you.
Right,
And if you ain't hip to these type of mind games that,
Right.
that the feds play,
right.
then you will never know. You just gonna be dumbfounded.
Well, we could say it. I mean, obviously it was Boosie's live. That's on the internet. It's still on the internet right now. It's everywhere. If you type it in, that was his live. His homie was holding the phone for Boosie as he was rapping. That's the honest to God truth. Y'all can go look it up right now. He passes the phone to Boosie. Boosie start rapping. Now I still don't know nothing about no firearm. I don't know. I have no knowledge of that. He passed the phone to Boosie. Boosie start rapping the song. Boom. And that's when you get the whole neighborhood to your grandkids. So I don't know how it ended up being
Bro,
your live.
When I did the neighborhood to your grandkids, bro, I never knew he was on I didn't even know he was on live the whole time in the backyard.
Exactly. You thinking it's just him recording the video.
I ain't even know he was on live for a whole hour already.
Right. Because like you said, we ain't never shot a video on live.
Hey,
We ain't never did that.
I'm from California, bro. One thing the rules is don't go live. We ain't never went live. I shot numerous videos in my city. Nothing like this ever happened to me.
Right.
Cause I don't post nothing. I don't go live. I don't show
Right.
where I'm at that exact
Right,
time.
right.
That's what I never do. I would never do that.
Right. And like you said, when you did
My
my
first time ever to see what's happening.
when you did post the picture though, we was somewhere to where you wouldn't even know where we was at. You know what I mean? All that him being on live on the street, that's extra. That ain't got nothing to do with us. When the homie posted what he posted, nobody knew where that was, unless you been to that yard or that house. You know what I mean? Now, you got convinced to go in the Clubhouse to clear your name.
Yeah, man. Somebody done tricked me. Hit me with the 42 fake.
All right, so you went in there, and when I had a conversation with somebody, they told me you could have went in there and had a conversation with him, and he would have had a conversation, but they said you came in there turned up. But my thing is, who wouldn't be turned up with somebody getting their name slandered by somebody who don't even know them? You supposed to come in there and play by their rules? Somebody smutting you, calling you a fake gang member, a buster, all out your name, CI. Who's gonna come in there and talk nice? That don't even make no sense. So you,
nobody will.
right? So you came in there high powered, as you should, aggressive, just as aggressive as you would be if the nigga was standing in front of you.
Exactly.
And his little minions do what they do, and they go look up whatever, and boom, now we here. So, what do you got right here? Let's see what you got right here,
Got my PSI report. If you don't know what that is, that's called.
and tell people what a PSI is.
This what you're gonna need to walk the main line in the feds. If you ain't got this within 30 days, you getting crushed.
Right, and for the people who are familiar with my channel, when I interviewed the homie Lackey, the older homie
That right
Lackey,
here.
he said a PSI is what you need. That's how you're able to even stay and function. You need that right there.
These
So
is court dockets, just court dockets, all the court dates me and my people went to, you feel me? Stuff like that. These is probation violations and stuff like that. This is PSI though. The PSI, man, it show from when I was 14 years old on my record, from 14 years old on up. 14 to 19.
Right.
14 to 19 years old.
All right, now let me ask the big homie a question, because he obviously did what you did, 8 years in the feds.
9.5.
9.5 in the feds. Now, a lot of the terminology has changed over the years from you went in 89?
89.
89, you got out in 98.
99.
99?
Yeah. January 99. Yeah.
All right, so what? Well, like I said, the terminology has changed. So there was no such thing as a downward departure, because I heard someone speak on that Treehouse app before, and you pretty much said that that's just a new terminology for something else.
Yeah. The downward departure, I never heard of downward departure. I don't even know what a downward departure is. They have something when you plead. See, the feds work on a point system, right? So however much your points add up to, that's the range you're gonna get sentenced in. So you can add points, you can get points subtracted. They automatically subtract 2 to 3 points for a plea, taking a plea. That's called acceptance of responsibility. So you can't call that a downward departure. It doesn't even make sense. The only way somebody would say that's a downward departure is different if they ain't been to the Fed. They don't know. That's the only way. Acceptance of responsibility is taking 2 points off, but that don't mean you're gonna get below the mandatory minimum.
Right.
So the mandatory minimum, that's where they're confused at. If somebody gets below the mandatory minimum, then you suspect.
Right.
But if your mandatory minimum, like his was 46 to 57, and he didn't get below 46, and he ain't got no Rule 35 5K1, it's cutting the sentence, plain and simple.
Right.
Self-explanatory. But what didn't change the terminology, it's still PSI, it's called a pre-sentence investigation. So they investigate everything, hearsay shit. They got all kind of shit in there. Shit you ain't never been charged for, they bring up in your PSI.
PSI.
They had all kind of shit in there on me about bullshit that they thought I did, right? But we just had PSI parties, right? So PSI party, nigga, bring your PSI to the yard.
Right.
See, what the feds were back then, they thought they was slick. They wouldn't say a nigga cooperated. They would have Rule 35, 5K1, or Chapter 1, Part K, some shit like that. So
And what's the safety valve?
Yeah, see, that came after.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with the safety valve because I was already down with the safety valve.
Safety valve is like, you still put your mind up to wonder.
Right.
What's up with bruh? He got a safety valve. He
Right.
might have been rolled up off of the yard. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
And see, he ain't got no safety valve either. So no Rule 35, no 5K1, no safety valve.
Now-
And you confusing downward departure with acceptance of responsibility. And
Which
downward-
everybody does when they take each
when you
state,
get a plea, it
feds.
don't matter who it is. When you take a plea in the feds, they knock off 2 points. But that don't mean that you're gonna get less time if
Right.
you have a mandatory minimum. It don't
Right.
mean that. If you go below that mandatory minimum, it's a good chance you're told.
And can you show that part that you was just showing us about
Accept the responsibility.
accepting responsibility?
Don't say nothing about downward departure. The words don't even exist in there.
And where would this safety valve and
The
rules?
safety valve
All with
came.
This
this
safety
what
valve,
happened.
safety valve be right here.
Yeah, it would be.
this-
Everything would be in the PSI.
Everything will be
Can't
right.
hide it.
Once you sign and it go 19 and it say accepting responsibility and then take away the 3, that let you know.
But he still got
Just for me
46.
saying I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
Right.
Nobody else. I am guilty.
Right.
So accepting responsibility, you get 3. I go down to 16.
But it said you accept the responsibility for what you
did.
did, not
Not
what
what nobody else
did.
did.
Accepting responsibility and taking a plea is the same thing.
Right.
It's the exact same thing.
Right.
You
If somebody say
I
like
plead guilty means I'll accept the responsibility.
even in the state
Self-explanatory.
right now, if they say, "Hey man, we gonna offer you this 5," and then you take the 5, you have to say you're guilty of whatever. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how you get your time. You have to plead guilty and sign your deal.
So when you hear people on the
19. Take away 3.
And that's your minimum right there.
46 months, my minimum.
And that's what you got.
I got 46 months. I can tell you right
and
now.
you see that 3, the 3 don't say nothing about cooperating. What they're saying don't even make sense. You know what I mean?
But that's what happens when
Hey.
people listen to a
I got-
nigga who never even been through what he talking about.
My guidelines was 46 months to 57 months, bro.
Right there.
Hey, I got 46 months. Hey, I was in jail with 400 days credit already.
Right.
So when I got sentenced, I probably had it probably a year and a half, 2 years left.
Right.
I went and I had 2 years left. I went and did it at FCI Mendota.
All right, now, can we tell the people about the sealed part? Because they kept saying, why is it sealed?
Yeah, sealed. Every federal indictment is sealed. That's just how it goes. You can go look every federal indictment up online. Boosie indictment came out. What was it?
It's sealed.
Sealed. That's what it is. That's how it goes.
Right. So that person was putting into the heads of people who don't know no better that means you're hiding something when everybody's is sealed.
No, that don't mean nothing. Boosie ain't hiding nothing.
Right.
Nobody hiding nothing.
Right.
What's ever in the PSI, you can't hide it.
Exactly.
You can't hide it. So what the feds did back in the day is instead of saying somebody cooperated, it's saying the worst cooperation, like they might do in some cases that you might see in police investigations, they were coded with that Rule 35. So niggas a while figure out
Start catching on. Yeah.
When we start catching on, a nigga will bring his PSI to the yard, and we say, nigga, that's Rule 35. We know what that means. You gotta go. You out of here. You roll a nigga up like that over there in Louisiana from 9-0. You gotta go.
They've been doing this to our people for centuries in San Diego.
But you wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
They've been doing this to our people for centuries.
They don't say cooperation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever in that PSI, if it don't say you cooperated in there, it don't exist. And then the safety valve, from my understanding, the safety valve came after I was already gone, right? So what happened is the safety valve, they was giving first offenders mandatory minimum 10 years.
Hold on real fast.
Yeah.
From your understanding, does this mean that you've heard this from somebody that was in the feds since that came out? Because then you know they gonna try to say, well, OG ain't been there in a while.
Right.
So
No, what I'm saying is, when I got sentenced, it didn't exist. It came about while I was at the end of my sentence.
that's what I'm saying. But there's somebody who was in the feds while that came out.
I never seen nobody to have one personally, but we know it came in effect towards the end. But I didn't know nobody that had it personally.
Safety valve, different things.
Yeah. So
safety valve.
it's supposed to be for first offenders. It's supposed to be for first offenders, non-violent, right? But then, from what I understand, you have to debrief. Debrief is like snitching. So that's why the safety valve is different than taking a plea. Taking a plea, you accept some responsibility. When you debrief, you're giving up some info. You know what I mean? So if you ain't got safety valve, 5K1 or Rule 35, I don't see how somebody can put the title on that somebody snitched. It's impossible. Everything's gonna be in the PSI. If it's not in the PSI, it don't exist. There's no secret paperwork that, okay, we gonna not put he cooperated with the PSI, but in this paperwork over here, we gonna say he did everything. It don't work that way. And if you've been to the feds, you can't speak on it. You can go find a nigga that been to the feds that's gonna cheerlead on your team. If he say anything different, he's lying.
Right,
He's
exactly.
lying. My brother did 14, I did 12. Like, come on. I mean, I had 12, he had 17, I did like 10. But come on, man. And then this is another thing I want to point out. Everybody on the indictment, it was 20-some people on our indictment. Everybody on an indictment has their own charge, right? So it might be a conspiracy, Rico, or continuing criminal enterprise, 848. But in that, everybody has their own charge.
Right.
So my own charge was 2 ounces to this dude. My brother's own charge might have been 3 ounces over here. Somebody's charge might have been half a bird. Everybody has their own charge. So it's not like, oh man, if he plead guilty, then that fucks it up for this person. That don't matter. Everybody has their own charge, even though they put you on indictment. And what Dago is known for, they're known for putting motherfuckers on indictments just to get you in the feds, saying you were Rico continuing criminal enterprise, and you don't even really fuck with the dudes that's on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They just group y'all all together.
They just group you all together. It was niggas in our case I never met in my life.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I've never met in my life. But in order to get us in the feds, they want to say it's continuing criminal enterprise. Or Rico.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's how they work to get you in there. So like I said in one comment, Dago's a little different. I know every state indict niggas and all that, but Dago, they've been having indictments on me since the 80s. You remember I said in my interview?
Yeah, and that's what I try to tell them. I said that's how they get down in Dago. Somebody in my comments like, that's how they get down everywhere. Dago ain't even active like that. Like, bro, I don't even know what to say to you. You already got your mind made up. Say it to one of our face when you see us, bitch nigga. Yeah. But that's how these niggas is. They believe in this dude who has no credibility, if you ask me. And whatever credibility he had, he lost that a long time ago when he sat down with that guy. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you can't keep pushing the lines on everybody when first of all, you never been there. Y'all both been there. It's niggas calling in, free trigger trim. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas calling in saying, the homie silent in here, name good, no smut. But a nigga who never met him, sitting on this app, trying to smut a homie and got people coming in the comments, running their mouth, accusing him of something that he never did. Now, I'm glad you brought up the cases being separate because you wrote a letter. Now, people was trying to insinuate, they was trying to put that with that. Like, oh, his file is sealed and he wrote a letter. Which, from what I seen, what'd you say in the letter?
Everybody writes a letter when they're trying to get out of jail to go to their sentencing day.
Right.
Your lawyer tells you, write a letter to the judge, try to get out of jail, what do you want, whatever, pop your shit. I try to pop my shit. I'm telling my judge, personally, bro, you know, telling my judge, like, straight up, you know, like he said, niggas got their own separate charges. Niggas ain't tied in together, bro. So me not trying to be tied in to get with a nigga, because I went to jail for pimping on females, you feel me? Pimping on adult females.
Right.
Some of these niggas have pimping on M's.
Right.
You feel me? An M is a minor.
Yeah.
I don't have an M, you feel me?
Right.
So me going to jail for pimping on an adult female, it make me like, bro, I don't want to go to court with none of you niggas, bro. Exactly.
Nigga, y'all foul ball.
Yeah, we ain't on the same type of timing.
Right.
Bro. That ain't me. That ain't in me. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, bro, I need a separate court date. It ain't that I don't want to go to court with my co-defendants because we done been to court numerous of times together.
Right.
But now it's time to get sentenced. Now it's real life.
Yeah. You don't want them, like you said, to sentence them and that be fresh on the judge's mind, even though you wasn't pimping on the minor, but he was. So he just gave him the max or whatever he gave him, and now it's time to deal with you. And he's still in that mind frame, but your female that you was pimping on was not a minor.
Never.
All right then. So I don't understand what's wrong with a nigga wanting to be separated from people doing some weird shit like that. What's wrong with that? Can y'all let me know in the comments?
Ain't nothing wrong.
Separating yourself from something that we deem unethical.
But technically, the feds separate you anyway because you have your own charge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, I was just saying he just didn't want to get sentenced with them.
Sometimes when
he was going to court with them.
When you go to court and say I got a court date and they know you got a court date coming up, we got the same judge.
Right.
So it's only certain days that them judges is
That's
in.
true because me and only two of my homies got sentenced on the same day. You don't get to pick that kind of. You know what I mean? You don't get. It just happens like that.
It just happens.
It just happens.
So
like
I don't
that.
want to get thrown in the court tank.
It has nothing to do with
and
it.
have you pimping on a minor and you go in first, get banged up. I go second. But I get same bang. Nah,
right,
that's not it.
Right.
That's not it.
Bottom line, though, niggas be reaching for content.
Right.
Niggas be reaching, and then when the first reach don't work, they'll reach a little deeper. And when they start reaching a little deeper, the shit don't make sense.
Right.
Then when it don't make sense, they backpedal. But once they backpedal, they never come back with the same energy that they put out the bad information and correct the information.
Right.
Doesn't make sense, and that's a flaw in their character.
And like I said, before you even came in Clubhouse, before you came in there and the little minions went and found whatever they found on you, you was already being accused of this because Mr. Diarrhea Mouth he instantly, fake ass gang member, confidential informant, bitch ass nigga. You was all of that before a nigga claims he knew anything about you. Then you come in there turned up and all of a sudden it's, oh, now since he came in there like that, now we gonna try to find something. You already said what you said. You already said this. And I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all, stop going in the Clubhouse. It's not a fair playing field.
They cut mics on.
They cutting mics on and off, and it's his playground. So
twist your words.
I don't even understand why somebody would even want to talk to a dude like that. All his minions, they 9 times out of 10, if you believe anything this dude is saying, you can't be a real nigga. That's how I look at it. You can't be.
Man, if you gotta download an app and press a microphone and talk to a nigga, he the police. Period, point blank.
That part. But like I said, man, these people, a lot of these people are not from the streets that even ride and support him. So they don't know no better. So anything that he says, they're gonna take it and they're gonna run with it. Like I said, you got people coming in all of our comments talking like they know. And 9 times out of 10, you dudes ain't never even seen a holding cell. But they talking, oh, his file seal, downward departure, all these legal words that they don't even know what they talking about.
They've never been to San Diego. They never lived our life. They never, people don't know me. Some people don't know me. They don't know me from a can of paint.
And they don't know him, but they D-ride, and that's sad. They don't know that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get up in them rooms just to, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, and cheer him on.
Nah, these motherfuckers, man, they putting an opportunity before their principle. So they figure if I get in cool with such and such or such and such, that's an opportunity for me to get more exposure on my content. But knowing is fucking up their principles because they technically ain't supposed to be fucking with a certain type of individual.
Right.
But they don't care. They put an opportunity over their principles.
So they sold for a Tootsie Roll.
That's where it all fucks up at.
So they sold for a
You just
Tootsie
gotta let
Roll.
motherfuckers do what they gonna do, man. That, some people ain't even worth a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't give a fuck how much money any nigga got. If you flawed and your character's fucked up and your principles integrity, that I don't even want to have a conversation with you. We don't have the same perspective.
Right.
We're not gonna see
And that's what I'm saying. I was
So
offered the opportunity to go in the Clubhouse because this the homie, not just because he from the hood, but they actually know I fuck with him. I'm not going on that app. I don't care to talk to that individual ever in life. We can't agree on nothing. I already know, based on my integrity, my morals, and what I stand on, me and him will never agree on nothing. Period. Nigga, today Wednesday, he'll probably tell y'all it's Saturday. We will never agree on nothing. I'm not going in there. Period. I'm cool. If y'all want to ride with that dude and believe everything he say, when his credibility is shot and it's been proven right here, and I know people gonna be like, what did he prove? Cause y'all trolling. Real niggas know what's up. The homie didn't walk main lines. He didn't walk main lines. Come on, homie. There it is there.
Main lines with the best of them.
With the best, man, come on, man. So,
hey, I got people calling me from Frisco, people calling me from Oakland, people calling me across the state I've been with in the feds.
Right.
What's up with this weird ass nigga Wacc?
right. That's what he do. That's what he do. He didn't shine to light once again, back on the section, back on the city. So, hey, man, we'll take it. But you're not finna play with my homies. You're not finna play with my hood. You're not gonna play with my city. And it's just that simple, homie. So, I don't know, man. What else you got going on?
Man, I ain't got too much going on, man. I got some music coming on the way. Other than that, ain't nothing else. I'm off all this stuff, man. You know how they playing, man. They trying to trick me off the streets.
You already know. I was, we should have did this a couple days ago, but obviously you wanted to get the paperwork together. I've been working, doing what I'm doing. But, I mean, hopefully that answers y'all questions, man. If it don't, I don't know what to tell you, man. You just clearly got a problem with him or me or my section or my city or something. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. Y'all got anything else to say?
Nah, motherfuckers is gonna believe what they want to believe, but the real niggas know what's happening. If you really tapped in and you really understand how the federal system works with the sentencing, the guidelines and all that, and if you got a little common sense, it's self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. I mean, you can believe who you want to believe and fuck with who you want to fuck with. It's all good, but we ain't moving like that. To each his own. We standing on principles and integrity over here, man. So fuck all that bullshit.
Ain't nothing else really to say, man.
I feel like it was something else I was supposed to ask.
Go ahead.
I already
Ask
touched
whatever
on.
you want to ask.
Yeah. That's about it, man. If I forgot something, y'all let me know in the comments. But
the part I didn't like either, I saw on the blog, they tried to make it seem like the homie was like, first of all, he wasn't on live. We already cleared that part out.
Right.
But they tried to make it seem like he purposely went on live and purposely saw old boy with this. Come on, man. Let's say, for instance, if somebody was on live, shit happens so quick. How a nigga supposed to know as soon as you turn around, oh, he got that shit can accidentally happen.
Right, that could have
But
happened
you
in any
reaching-
section.
Right, but you reaching to say it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You reaching to say that it was done on purpose. You just talking because it creates content and bullshit. And I know the homie ain't.
But like I said too, that was Boosie's own live. His boy was holding the camera. His boy was holding the phone. I don't know if Boosie hit live and passed the phone to him or if he hit live, whatever.
Man,
He's recording all of that.
One thing
Not him.
One thing
Right.
they said about me for sure, they said that I was being surveillance. You hear me?
Right.
So if I'm being surveillance, how the fuck am I the police?
Right.
Right.
Not being
how
surveillance
can
because of no police shit,
Right.
because of street shit.
How could, yeah,
But that's
exactly.
all of us.
Right.
They watch all of our shit. You don't know how many times police pulled up on me and told me they watch my channel on neighborhood crib. They're watching everybody. So for him to try to put this big conspiracy together, that's weirdo shit. You need to worry about the nigga that you wish the speedy recovery that really got on the stand, bitch nigga.
No,
You feel me?
it's like for real, with that type of shit. And that's another thing. Like, bruh, I got at bruh and said some shit. He gonna say, Tekashi 6ix9ine, a great guy.
Yeah.
But what's up with your records being sealed and you not going to want to go to court with your co-defendants?
That's all speculation.
I told you why I don't want to go to court with my co-defendants.
Yeah.
You hear me?
But you
And everybody's dockets are sealed.
right, but you don't have to. He thinks he's important enough to explain to. That's why I told you I don't even know why you went in there.
Yeah, that's because he's a cop.
You shouldn't have went in there in the
I know,
first place
I know.
because you don't have to explain to him.
No,
He's
that
a
was my
nobody.
bad. That was my bad.
That nigga's a nobody,
I got
bro.
tricked into going in there. You
Right.
feel me? A nigga tricked me into going in there. Hey, like he doing something special for me. You feel me? A nigga not doing nothing special for me. I got my own motion. You're not doing nothing special for me. What you did was try to slander my name right along with this nigga. You feel me? That's it and that's all. That's the only outcome I seen from that Clubhouse shit. Slander. No matter what I said on there. I could have said, hey, what you want? Fuck you, bitch. What you want? Why? And hung up. I was still gonna get slandered. You feel me?
Right.
Doesn't matter. That's just how it goes, bro. Because these people believe anybody.
Well, man, there it is, Hoodlum Gang. Y'all wanted it. People wanted me to speak on it, and I figured what would be better than to bring the man himself to speak for himself. Why would I speak on what he got going on when he could just, you know? But that's it. That's all, man. Like I said,
Any of my homies, you know, that fuck with me or care about me or love me, they can come get this. You feel me?
Right.
This is where it is. If you around me and you fuck with me, you can come get this. This ain't nothing to do.
Then I saw the comments. His co-defense was in the comments saying, "I know for sure he didn't tell."
exactly.
But see, what niggas have, they have selective eyeballs, I guess. You know what I
Right.
mean? They'll see the comments that might say something bad, but they read the one comment from the co-defendant, but they act like they didn't see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what niggas are.
And that's what that's why I always say no one cares for the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much we could, like I said, it's gonna be people in the comments that still gonna call you whatever they're gonna
They
call you.
might say
Cause
the paperwork fake. Like,
yeah, they're gonna say the paperwork fake now.
like, come on,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
Type that up. Like,
Yeah. We sat there and typed all them pages up. But to that individual who keep on doing this, homie, you gonna do what you gonna do. But if you got any shred of moral fiber left in you, any integrity, homie, you would apologize as a man, homie. You would say you was wrong because I seen you smut other people and then you just won't talk about it no more until it go away. But you make this big old scene, homie. So now address that. You was wrong, homie. And I mean, I still don't respect you, but I would respect that. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any of that left in you, man, go ahead, man. Don't just try to ignore it like you didn't cause all of this.
But
Go
niggas
ahead and
gotta-
address it
niggas
like a
gotta
man.
Backtrack it all the way out though. Backtrack it from here. Okay, he didn't tell on the case, right? Backtrack it from he was on live, he wasn't on live. Backtrack all the way out. You know what I mean? Don't backtrack just the snitching part. Backtrack the part that he wasn't on live. That was a lie. And then not only that, don't sit up here and try to switch it and say The homie was under surveillance. He wasn't. How can you switch being under surveillance to like, oh, he was on live on purpose for them?
Yeah, right.
It make no fucking sense.
It don't. It
So
don't.
how can you switch that? So you got to back it all the way out from scratch. You know what I mean? Back
Right.
it out from the start.
He got brains.
Back it out
Right.
from the start, don't you?
Right. Yeah, you was wrong. You jumped the gun. Like you said, he trying to create content, and then you try to smut the wrong one. But like I said, to me, he don't got no credibility. I don't know how many people are still gonna feel like this dude's words is credible. To me, he don't got none. To any real nigga, he should have no credibility. You got up here and you lie. You keep on lying. It is what it is, man. But I'm going to end it on that note, man. I ain't going to make this video too much longer, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. I love you. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate you, big homie, for pulling up and clearing a lot of this mess up, because that's all it is. It's high school drama. You know what I mean? And I appreciate both of y'all, homie, for gracing the platform and, you know, clearing the air on this bullshit. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hillum Gang, I'm out. We out.